The good GOP has promised for years to repeal and replace Obamacare. But late last night, that effort officially collapsed.
The Republican health care bill fell apart when Senators Mike Lee of Utah and Jerry Moran of Kansas vowed to vote against the bill. Their opposition surprised the White House and Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. With a total of 4 GOP senators promising to vote no, the plan could never get the 50 votes needed to pass. Nancy Cordes is on Capitol Hill with the next move for Republican leaders. Nancy, good morning. It was a late night for everybody last night.
It sure was, and Republican leader Mitch McConnell has already announced his Plan C. It is a Hail Mary pass that puts a number of his own Republican members in a tough spot. He's asking them to vote on a straight-up repeal of most of Obamacare with no replacement. It's a bill that they passed 2 years ago when the stakes were a lot lower because they knew it would never become law.
It's a very, very hard time they're having with the Obamacare situation. So we're going to get that done.
Hours after the president predicted victory, his own party members handed him a defeat. Kansas Senator Jerry Moran said we should not put our stamp of approval on bad policy. Utah's Mike Lee said the party's health care bill doesn't go far enough in lowering premiums for middle-class families. From Phoenix, where he's recovering from surgery, John McCain urged GOP leaders to change course and receive input from members of both parties. President Trump proposed just the opposite, tweeting Republicans should just repeal failing Obamacare now and work on a new health care plan. That's a tactic leader Mitch McConnell argued against less than 2 weeks ago.
I think repealing and then delaying the replacement doesn't work.
But last night, with few options left, McConnell sided with the president, announcing a vote in the coming days on a bill that will be a repeal of Obamacare with a 2-year delay to provide for a stable transition period.
On this vote, the yeas are 52.
It's the same repeal bill the Senate passed back in 2015, but it was vetoed by President Obama. Earlier this year, the Congressional Budget Office analyzed that repeal bill and found that the number of uninsured would increase by 18 million Americans just in the first year. By 2026, the number would be 32 million. As for premiums, the CBO estimates individual policies would go up 20 to 25% in the first year.
Republican leaders argue that those numbers would improve in the out years after they pass an Obamacare replacement plan. But critics on the left and the right argue that if the party hasn't been able to find consensus in the past 7 months, who's to say that they'll be able to do it in the next 2 years? Bianna?
Nancy, on to Plan C. Thank you.